What is up, my friends? Before we jump into the video, I just want to give a huge shout out to Poison Ivy for being our very first Patreon. Thank you so much for supporting my content, and forever you will hold a special spot in my heart for being my very first Patreon. And if you guys would like to join Miss Poison Ivy and become a Patreon and help support my content, a link for my Patreon is down below in the description box, as well as a link to my personal Discord group. We already have a bunch of awesome members from the Final Fantasy 15 community in there, and I'm trying to bring everybody together, and we talk about the game. We post a lot of screenshots of different things that are going on inside the game, and it's a great community, and I want you to be a part of it. So please join our community. The link to the Discord group is down below in the description box. Now, my friends, let's get into the video. I need a sip of drink first. Hold on. Okay. Now let's get into the video. What is up, my Final Fantasy 15 family? So I have something very special planned for my next video. I had to order some stuff, and it's on its way coming in. So I don't have a skit today. I don't have a skit for today's video, but just know that I have something very big planned for the next, hopefully the next video. I have something big planned, and you guys are gonna love it, right? But today's video is I want to talk about I want to go over some stuff that some stuff for us free to play players, right? If you don't want to spend money on the game, we now have this dark era, and the dark era has been very money hungry, right? The developers have been very money hungry because of the with the dark world release. With a lot of these packs, right? So first they hit us with it was literally maybe a day or two after I released my my last video. We got a test pack, an accidental test pack from Machine Zone, where you said, "Do not release, or you will be instantly fired." Right? So it's pretty crazy. They're trying again with their shenanigans of trying to get people. So it was a really good pack. It unlocked instant level T4s and a bunch of other stuff. Literally the next day, 24 hours later, they dropped the price from $100 for that test pack. They dropped it down to $50, $49.99. So I know a lot of people who bought that pack for $100 were really pissed off when they found out that they cut it in half just 24 hours later for $50, right? It's crazy. And then it gets better, right? And then a couple days later, they actually ended up dropping the pack price again, right? This was the pack, right? So they dropped it even more. After a couple days, they had it at $50 for a couple days. And then after that, they dropped it all the way down to $29.99, right? They dropped the pack down to $30. $30 to have it unlocked both new heroes. It unlocked the new Astral, and it instantly unlocked T4 Dark Troops. T4 Dark Troops, right? They literally just gave us Dark Troops, and they're giving us a pack that unlocks Dark T4 troops. So it's pretty crazy. And the fact that they dropped the price down again to $29.99 was even more shady, of like, they're hurting for money, right? Because a lot of people left the game. And I have another screenshot, another very interesting screenshot to show you guys, right? So here we go. I got some more stuff to talk about right here real quick. So here we go. This is actually the this is like the monthly gross for Final Fantasy 15: A New Empire. So as you can see, April 5th, they were in the, what was that? Like between 15 and 30 of the top grossing apps. I believe it's, I want to say it's, I don't know if it's all Google Market and the Google Play and the Apple, or if it's both combined. I'm not sure. I can't even really see this because it's a little bit small and blurry. But as you can see, it goes up and down, right? But that's like April. At the beginning of April, it was in between 50 and 30. And then it goes up and down, up and down. It goes all over. And then if you notice something very interesting, right? When we get to April 29th, we have a sudden spike, right? A very shady sudden spike. And this is right around the time that the Dark Troops, the whole Dark World era, got introduced into the game. So we have a sudden big jump in money that they made. And then all of a sudden it plummets, which is really weird, right? It goes up and then all of a sudden it just plummets. Like, I don't understand. Like, this doesn't, like, the way it is, like, it doesn't make sense. And a lot of speculation around the game is that and I honestly, like, I believe it, a lot of these so-called top players in the game aren't necessarily real people, right? What they like to do is they like to put in they put in people into the game who actually work for Machine Zone, or they work for the company, and they actually have them have like an account. And I believe, I want to say that they actually make real purchases, but I don't think the real purchases for the packs are actually from their own money. I think it's like company money or something. But they actually make purchases of the packs in order to stay the top dogs of the game, in order to force everyone else to spend money, in a sense, right? And I know I've talked to a lot of people about this, and some people think that it's not true. And some people are like, well, I kind of know that, you know, I know the top person, or I you know, they're in my guild and I talk to them, but, you know, like, it's the internet, right? Like, how well do you really know them is my biggest question. Like, unless you physically know them in person, you don't know who they are. Unless you physically know, like, oh, this guy, John Smith, he's the top guy in my realm. I know him. He lives down the block, or, you know what I mean? You physically seen him and you knew what he does for a living, and you know him on a real personal level. You don't know who these people are. You know what I mean? They're put in the game to put on this persona, you know, to act like your friend and be friendly. And it encourages you to buy, right? They have these plants in the game that encourage you to buy packs in order to get on their level, right? It's crazy. And a lot of people don't know that. And a lot of people will probably disagree and think that it's not true. But I'm 99% sure that some, if not most, of the very top players are people who are somewhat affiliated with Machine Zone, and that's why they're there. You know, I don't think these people are really spending money like that. I think it's just a ploy to get other people like me and you to spend money on the game, right? And it's just shady that all of a sudden they had this big, like, small, medium spike right around the Dark World era, but then it plummets. I mean, it absolutely they go from being over the top 15 all the way down to below 45, almost 60 ranked. So that is very shady, my friends. So please, I will preach it forever. Please don't spend money on this game. Based on the packs and based on all the information that I'm giving you, you can make your judgment how you want to, but I would say be very cautious, you know, be very cautious, because one day they release a pack that's $100, and then literally 24 hours later, they give us the same pack, and they cut it down to $50, and then they cut it down again to $30. You know what I mean? The game is constantly changing like this, and we don't know what's really going to happen. So just be very cautious of that stuff, guys. Be very, very cautious. Like, I don't want I don't want you guys to spend thousands of dollars on this game and then, you know what I mean? You waste your money and stuff. Like, I've heard some horror stories of people who spent thousands of dollars on this game in order to keep up with the other people, you know, and it's ruined their lives, you know. Don't let this game ruin your life, for real. It's not worth it. It's definitely not worth it. Now that we got all that out of the way, I want to talk about the some things or some ways to combat the whole dark world right now. The sick part is a lot of people, I've been getting gifts like crazy. A lot of people, they got a lot of people with those test packs, especially when they dropped it down to 50, and then when they dropped it down to 30, a lot of people pulled the trigger and bought those packs. So the biggest thing that I've noticed with the whole dark world was that at the beginning it was okay. They gave everyone the same amount of dark troops, but now that they released the whole instant dark world troops of, you know, instant T4 dark troops in packs, and a lot of people bought it, it's different, right? So now I have regular, like, I haven't even unlocked dark troops. I only have the dark rangers that they gave me. So I got to deal with people who bought the packs and have like dark T4. So the biggest thing that I've been doing is just shielding up pretty much. Like, that's the only thing I can do right now, is just constantly have a shield on. I have lots of 1 hour Empire barriers that I bought, but I usually just go for this. I just usually pop a 24-hour barrier. And if you notice, my loyalty is like 16 million. That's the biggest thing, right? So I've noticed that with the progression of the game, loyalty has become a very big thing in the game, right? At the very beginning of the game, loyalty was hard to get. There was really not a lot of use for it. But now loyalty is really, like, it's very valuable, because you know, the shields are very valuable. And also the guild quests. I now reached a certain VIP level to where all these are auto-complete. And another way to get more loyalty is, you know, make sure that you're changing your hero to Ignis to get that extra loyalty when you do collect it. And then if we go into the Moogle market, there's not a lot of stuff for you to spend your Moogle tokens on. Like, some of this is like, it's pointless, right? Like, it's not really good. This I don't recommend spending 45,000 Moogle tokens on one of these. Instead, what I would do, instead of using your tokens for this, instead what I would do is buy the guild chances, right? Because this will refresh your guild chances, and you will get more loyalty from using guild chances and only spending 200 credits than you will, you know, doing one of these. I'm almost positive, between the combination of using Ignis and the guild chance, you figure this is what, 200, and it's what, 4,500 for just one of these. So let's see. I mean, I don't have 4,500, but you figure 15, it'll get you 75, right? Now if I use that and you go over here, the amount of loyalty you're gonna get, I mean, I don't have my Ignis, but like the chance, like it gives you a lot. And I'm pretty sure, like, I honestly feel like it's better. I just feel like it's better when you have Ignis. You have a better chance to get enough loyalty to shield up, right? It's 200,000 loyalty. And then, like, see an epic one, look how much you get from an epic one. I got 20,000 just from one epic one. You know what I mean? Like, the way I feel it's way better to use your tokens, like, to do that way, to get the shields. At least to do it that way instead of buying the shields. You want to really look out for the realm bosses, right? So when you have a realm boss, you want to go really hard if you're a free-to-play player. We recently had a realm boss, and it was actually like a dark realm boss. It was called the Chaos Havoc Fang. And what it did was it dropped these Chaos Havoc Fang chests level 1. These chests have some good stuff in it. Alright, so I'm going to open up all 3,000. If we get an instant level 100 Citadel, I will freaking, I don't know. That will be super happy. I will be super happy. I'm going to open them all up. Let's see. So look. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We have some breaking news. This image has just been released from Machine Zone headquarters itself of an employee running hundreds of accounts in their latest mobile game, Final Fantasy 15: A New Empire. This said employee is to be running hundreds of accounts in many different realms as the top player, encouraging other players to spend money in order to get on their level and be as powerful as them. This is going to be a travesty for Machine Zone nonetheless, now that their secret has been released. It is said that the Machine Zone employee has been doing this for many, many years, and it has become a bully sense in order to encourage others to spend money. The employee shown has been known to be Machine Zone's top employee of the month for holding several accounts in realms 1 through 7, holding the crystal in multiple realms, and just absolutely dominating the game and encouraging others to spend money. My friends, it's a dark day. I don't know what's going to happen now that this leaked footage has arose. It's going to be a scary, scary day in Final Fantasy 15: A New Empire. But until then, my friends, back to your regularly scheduled program. Part in the game where you're going to get the biggest power spike, right? So like, it's good to build up your empire and build up your buildings, but the biggest power spike that you get, like the best way to increase your empire and make it the strongest, is through research. It's through research. Research, absolutely, like, whether it's dark combat. I mean, before I would say, you know, any of this, but a lot of this is outdated. We can't really use it. The dark troops just absolutely destroy everything. But research is the way to go if you want to increase increase your troops to make them stronger and make them more survivable. Whereas you need to upgrade your buildings in order to unlock more areas in the research, right? Because a lot of the research, you'll get to a certain point and the research will be like, you have to be Citadel 90, Citadel 105 in order to research this. So it's kind of weird, like, I don't know, it's kind of crazy how the game is, where it's more about research than buildings, right? The buildings are just there to make you have to upgrade them in order to do the research. The research is where the heart of the game is. The better your research, you know, the stronger your troops will be. So that's very important to look at. But other than that, like, there's really not, if you're a free-to-play player, like I said, I would just, it depends. A lot of people quit the game. A lot of people quit the game since the Dark World. A lot. I mean, a lot. Like, you guys have no idea. And the fact that they gave us the ability to port to other realms and packs. So now we can transfer, you know, move from one realm to another. It's kind of also shady because, you know, what if everyone who's active leaves one realm and goes to another realm? You're going to have dead realms. They're not going to keep dead realms online. You know what I mean? They're eventually going to get rid of the dead realms. So I want to say don't, and I know a lot of people already bought packs for the, but this is for your future guys. You know, if you didn't reach it yet, please do not buy any packs. When they release the whole Move Realm pack, you know, and they offer you teleports to other realms and packs, do not buy it, because I am very highly certain that they will start to merge the realms sooner than you think, because eventually they're gonna have dead realms. Like, there's a lot of these bases are dead. Those free Moogle tokens, like, for me, I'm like, yep, give me those free tokens, I'll take it. You know what I mean? Just give me the tokens. And I just sit here and I just farm this guy's Moogle tokens because he doesn't do anything. I don't even think this guy plays anymore. I really don't. A lot of bases are dead. There's a lot of bases that are dead. So I would just keep the bubble on in case somebody's feeling froggy one day and they bought a pack and they got that instant T4s, and you know what I mean? Because they'll absolutely smash you with a T4. T4 Dark Troops will absolutely smash you. So I would just collect Moogle tokens and build up your loyalty, right? Just build up the loyalty, and that's pretty much it. And then keep refreshing your Empire barrier, because there's really nothing else you can do until they give us, you know, more free events. There's really nothing else we can do. That is it, my friends. Thank y'all for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. Please pistol whip that like button. Let's get this video to 50. Let's see if we can get this video to at least 50 likes, my friends, so we can help with the exposure to other Final Fantasy 15 and New Empire players, you know, so we can increase the exposure and let them know about this game. Because the last video, I've already got lots of people who were commenting like, oh my god, thank you so much, you know, now that I seen your video, now I'm aware. So I'm telling you, every time you guys pistol whip the like button, you're helping out a fellow player. You're helping out these people who are not at our point yet, who maybe just started the game and they don't know what's really going on. So please pistol whip the like button. Let's get these videos like more exposure. Let's get more people to know about the stuff that's really going on behind the game that a lot of people don't really know about. And if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, because I am bringing you guys more Final Fantasy 15 content all the time. I'm doing the best I can, and I am going to try and bring you guys more skits about Machine Zone, because I know you guys love those skits about Machine Zone. I loved it. I love making them. They're so much fun, and I think they're absolutely hilarious. Like, I make myself laugh. So I know you guys love it. But for real, you guys, I love you. I love every single one of you. And huge shout out to Poison Ivy for being my first Patreon. For real, I will see y'all in my next video, or I'll see y'all in my Discord group if you join, link down below. And I want to make this channel about like mobile gaming, so I want to do other mobile games, and I just want you guys to enjoy it. So I think I'm gonna do my best. We're gonna really push this whole YouTube thing, and we're gonna bring more videos out more frequently for you guys. But I love y'all. I'll see y'all later. Peace.